And much to the chagrin of all of us trying to watch Caitlin Clark play for the Indiana Fever, we had to sit through a series of those awful commercials. Whoa. But we survived somehow. We survived. All the while going, where the hell is Caitlin Clark's marketing at?
This was the funniest part. Angel Reese's body language changed when she heard Caitlin Clark's name. Watch this.
Caitlin Clark, and Dominique Malonga, get up here, both of you. 5 threes to start this game. You really set the tone. Your team wanted to win. Why was it so important to you? This is supposed to be fun, but you guys were super competitive.
I think we just wanted to put on a show for all the fans, so we wanted to make it fun.
President! We got a president!
You're the second player to ever play now, after this other young girl. But yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
And I'm about to wear these right now, too.
Nice. Yeah, that's why I said
They go on my feet.
Cody's gonna make shots from 40 tonight.
Okay, you need to hold it down,
I'm
bro.
wearing these nice. Stop playing. But hey, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
A'ja Wilson has 3 MVPs, 2 rings, and a finals MVP resume most players would trade anything for. But Nike's shoe division is telling a completely different story right now, and it revolves around Caitlin Clark, not her.
A lot of people don't know who A'ja Wilson was. If you was to walk in the Nike store today and it said AJ on there, I'm guessing you would have named a lot of other athletes before you got to A'ja Wilson. Okay? Or AW, however she gonna market that shoe. You ain't gonna know that it's A'ja Wilson shoe. I'm sorry. And like I said, I love her game. I really do. But Caitlin different. All right? Caitlin is selling the game of women's basketball. Caitlin is making you turn on your TV to see what she gonna do next. No, A'ja does not deserve a signature shoe.
Nike just confirmed something that's going to keep Caitlin Clark's name in headlines for 5 straight months. And that's not an accident. That's a plan. The Caitlin one, her first signature sneaker, launches October 1st in a colorway called Racer Blue at $140. And according to reporting tracking the release calendar, Nike has already mapped out colorway drops running from June all the way through October 2026.
That girl, Caitlin Clark, is on to something. Now, when I say this woman is on to something, I mean she's really close to it. Really close to it. She could sniff it. She could smell it. She could even push that button. But instead, she's like right next to it. And I'm talking about with her hoop shoes. These bad boys right here are just kind of mid. They really are. But one thing is saving them. One thing in particular. And it's the goddamn gradients. The gradient colorways are going to save this bad boy every single time. And the WNBA All-Star Weekend pair is nothing less than doing so. It's nothing less than great. It's nothing less than phenomenal. A gradient on this silhouette with these materials is a 97.
Sit with that for a second. Most signature sneakers get one big release day. There's a hype window, a wave of unboxing videos, a couple weeks of buzz, and then things quiet down until the next model shows up a year later. That's how it's worked for basically every athlete shoe in recent memory. Clark's rollout is built the opposite way.
The Caitlin ones just keep getting crazier and crazier, ladies and gentlemen. Did you see the new Caitlin ones that Clark was wearing at the All-Star game? Look at the colors. Caitlin Clark, you are out here going crazy with the shoes, bro. Okay, I thought the purple was my favorite, but I don't know now. This one might be my favorite. Clark, your shoe game is going absolutely bananas, man. Preview to the All-Star game. These was the last ones, bro. These ones the other day. The yellow ones, bro. The blue. The Caitlin ones are legendary. Ladies and gentlemen, Caitlin Clark, the face of the league, the most electrifying, with the best shoe in the game, Clark. What other color? Caitlin Clark, what other colors are you?
Instead of one launch moment, Nike spaced this thing out so there's always a fresh colorway story landing right when the last one starts fading off the timeline. That's not how you treat a product you're unsure about. That's how you treat something you already know is going to keep selling.
We can get. It releases on October 1st this year for $140, so that's basically around 8 to 9K here, even if it's 135 global. We have a first here. Nike introduces an Opticast upper for those C's and 2's at the other side. The double stack swoosh logos here are a nod to her name, which is CC, Caitlin Clark, which is also the logo, double stack, as you can see right there. Will feature a Cushlon midsole and Air Zoom Turbo at the forefoot, so I hope this is good. And there are hidden messaging in the underfoot, such as shoot more threes from anywhere, and it was never a long shot. Even Travis Scott has his own Caitlin Clark thing right now. He wore the black joints. That is an amazing colorway.
Priced at $140 for adults in North America, with the shoe confirmed to sell through the Sneakers app along with retailers like Foot Locker and DSG. And that price point matters more than people realize. Nike doesn't put a $140 tag, the same range reserved for top-tier men's signature basketball shoes, on a product it doesn't fully believe in. Compare that to most WNBA signature sneakers historically priced lower, treated more like a nice-to-have line extension than a flagship product. Clark's shoe is getting flagship pricing and a flagship release calendar. That alone tells you where Nike's confidence is sitting right now.
When Caitlin Clark was making her rounds and she was having these meetings with different brands, there was this graphic that was going around that said all of the offers that she was offered. So Adidas offered her 4 years for $6 million, which is crazy. Puma walked away when they were told that the bidding would start at $3 million per year. Under Armour offered her 4 years for $16 million, which was actually year by year the biggest offer that she got. And then Nike, which is obviously the offer that she took, was 8 years for $28 million. Now, we've talked about this a million times. I still think getting Caitlin Clark for $28 million for 8 years is the biggest steal in sports history. I think Caitlin Clark is worth so much.
This shoe didn't come out of nowhere either. It's the centerpiece of an 8-year, $28 million contract Clark signed with Nike back in 2024. A number multiple outlets, including the Wall Street Journal and The Athletic, confirmed at the time, and reporting has repeatedly described it as the richest sponsorship deal in the history of women's basketball. Not just among current players, not just among rookies, the richest deal any woman has ever signed with Nike to play basketball, period, active or retired. And that record has stood since the ink dried. 8 years locked in before she'd played a single WNBA possession. Think about what that means. Nike wasn't betting on a strong rookie season or a nice highlight reel. They were betting on exactly what's happening right now. 2 full years later, a shoe that's still selling, a name that's still trending, and a rollout calendar built to stretch attention across nearly half a year instead of burning it all in one weekend.
Yo, chat, Caitlin debuted her purple colorway of the Caitlin ones, bro. And the purple one, in my opinion, is harder than that yellow and blue one I did a video about. Bro, y'all cannot tell me that purple colorway isn't crazy. And I feel like these Caitlin ones gonna go crazy when they start hooping at them, bro. Like, these gonna do numbers on for the women and the men. Like, honestly, look at that triple C on the tongue. Hard. And then, did you peep the triple check? And look at this. It got the blue, the white, the red. The USA look to it. Caitlin Clark.
Now stack that next to Asia Wilson's situation. Her Nike deal, and the shoe line that eventually came out of it, took years longer to even materialize, and outside reporting has pointed directly at how long it took the best player in the league to finally get her own signature sneaker in the first place. Years. For a player who's already won multiple MVPs and multiple championships by the time her shoe finally hit shelves, that gap alone tells you something uncomfortable about how these decisions get made inside sneaker companies. And it's not always tied to who's winning the most hardware.
These shoes you got on, are these the A2s?
These are the A2s. They're the new A2s. We haven't really given them a name yet. But yeah, these are the A2s. They're gold. Pretty fitting, you know. Get them roach stumpers out. Get them roach stumpers out. I'm right here. Get them roach stumpers out.
What went into the design for the A2?
Ooh, when it came to the A2, I wanted to first listen to the consumer. Obviously, the one was a little snug, so 2, we make sure that it was comfortable. We got an Air Zoom bag in the mail. And then just, I wanted it to be cute. I wanted to add a little bit more design to it. So as you see, it's a little snake skin, little dazzle there. So yeah, we wanted it to be cute, comfortable, and also durable.
To be fair to Wilson here, because this isn't about pretending her shoe flopped, her sneaker line isn't dead on arrival. The original A1 sold out in under 5 minutes when it dropped in May 2025, and it ranked second among the best-selling new basketball models tracked on StockX earlier this year, trailing only Ja Morant's shoe. That's a legitimate, strong debut for any signature shoe, women's or men's. She followed that up with a second signature model, the A2, releasing globally in May 2026 with expanded sizing and upgraded tech to match the demand. That's a real, functioning signature line built around a genuinely great player. Nobody should pretend Wilson's shoe business is some kind of failure, because it isn't.
Guess what? What? I was in practice and Caitlin Clark came up to me and said, hey, if I give you my shoes, you'll wear them? I said, hell yeah, I need every fucking color. I said, I need all the bright colors. She said, I got all the bright colors for you. I'm going to send you everything. I said, oh my mama, that'll be my new shoe. I'm about to wear them bitches. You send me all her new drop, nigga, what? Hello. He said, hello. Size 9. Don't forget about me. Size 9 over here. Bitch, I will wear all them bitches. Faithfully, that'll be my new shoe. I swear to God.
But here's where the comparison gets uncomfortable for her camp, and it's not about sales figures on release day. Reporting on the A1 noted it had become the 5th most popular on-court sneaker choice among WNBA players. And that sounds fine until you actually sit with what 5th place means when you're supposedly carrying the title of face of the league. 5th, not 1st, not the shoe every teammate reaches for automatically. And that's the part that actually stings, more than any sales chart could. Because this isn't about whether the shoe sells out on a Tuesday morning drop. It's about whether players who have zero contractual obligation to wear it are choosing it anyway, out of pure preference, the same way regular fans line up outside stores for hours on their own time. Sellout speed measures hype. Court usage measures loyalty. And right now, those two numbers are telling slightly different stories about Wilson's shoe.
Where's mine? These for you. Yes. And these for me. Hey. And I'm wearing these tonight. I'm putting these on right now. I made a call to the president. And y'all see what happened. Thank you.
And that's exactly where Clark separates herself from everyone else in this conversation, including Wilson. She's reportedly been gifting pairs of her own signature shoe to other WNBA players, and the reaction hasn't been polite. Distant appreciation. It's been genuine excitement. Players filming themselves opening the boxes, trying pairs on in real time, showing them off the way you'd show off something you actually wanted, not something you got handed out of obligation. As a plain fact about which player currently has that kind of pull inside a locker room full of women who are also directly competing against her on the court every single night. Rivals wanting your gear is a different kind of respect than fans wanting your gear, and it's a lot rarer.
Don't worry, I'm gonna get everybody else permissions too.
Thank you.
None of these players saw this coming 2 years ago. Nobody in that draft class, nobody scouting the incoming rookies, predicted that by year 2, Clark would have opponents and teammates alike actively wanting her sneaker in their own bag. Not because Nike forced some league-wide partnership on them, but because the shoe itself became something people genuinely wanted to be associated with. You can build a technically great shoe with premium cushioning and still not get that kind of organic reaction from your peers. Clark got it almost immediately, and that's the piece Nike's whole 5-month rollout strategy is really banking on.
Hi. What's up, y'all? It's Tyrese here to surprise my girl, Caitlin. Gatorade has brought back her favorite flavor, Rainberry, now with lower sugar.
Rainberry. Best Gatorade flavor that's ever been invented right here.
Try it and tell me if it tastes the same.
Even better than I remember. It's not even close.
You got your face on it.
The shoe deal isn't even the biggest number sitting on her sponsorship sheet, which is wild considering it's already the richest footwear contract in league history. Clark signed a Gatorade partnership reportedly worth $50 million, built specifically around her own flavor, Rainberry, brought back as a limited capsule bottle with a lower sugar formula that reportedly sold out in 22 minutes earlier this year. Only 2,200 capsules were made, a direct nod to her jersey number, and they were gone before most casual fans even realized the drop had happened. You can't fake that kind of instant sellout with advertising spend alone. The audience has to already want the product before the campaign even starts.
Another special honor has bounced Caitlin Clark's way. The WNBA rookie sensation is now the first athlete since Michael Jordan to have a signature basketball with Wilson Sporting Goods. She's also the first female athlete ever to have her own signature ball with the brand. The company broke the news today, unveiling 3 limited edition basketballs, celebrating Clark's status as a record-setting athlete and cultural icon. Clark also has endorsement deals with Nike, Gatorade, and State Farm. My guess is those basketballs will be popular.
Then there's the Wilson Sporting Goods deal, and this one deserves its own moment, because Clark became the first athlete since Michael Jordan to get a full signature basketball collection with that brand. Not a colorway variant on an existing ball, not a small logo stamp tucked into the corner, an actual signature line, laser engraved with moments pulled from her own career, the kind of treatment that hasn't gone to a single athlete, man or woman, in literal decades. Remember, this is the same company that manufactures the official WNBA game ball, choosing to build an entire consumer product line around one specific player's name and signature. That's not a small marketing decision. That's a company betting its own brand equity on hers.
Caitlin Clark is the face of basketball. At least she's getting a signature basketball deal with Wilson, the first player since Michael Jordan to do so. I have described Clark as the Michael Jordan of her generation, considering impact, and I do believe she could be the biggest star in the sport, man or woman, going forward.
And then State Farm, which made her the first female athlete and the first collegiate athlete under the newer NIL rules to ever sign an endorsement deal with the company at all. That relationship has since grown into a full national ad campaign built specifically around her, running across NBA playoff broadcasts and WNBA games alike, putting her face in front of massive audiences that have nothing to do with women's basketball whatsoever. State Farm doesn't spend that kind of national ad budget building campaigns around athletes they view as a short-term trend or a passing headline. Companies that size build campaigns around people they genuinely believe will still be recognizable a decade from now, long after this particular rookie contract has expired.
Correct me if I'm wrong, and I don't think I'm wrong, but Caitlin Clark is the most marketable American athlete that we've had in forever. Also, Sophie Cunningham is a smoke show.
So add it all up, one line at a time. A signature shoe deal that's the richest in WNBA history, active or retired. A Gatorade partnership worth $50 million built specifically around her own named flavor. A basketball line that no player, man or woman, has gotten from Wilson Sporting Goods since Michael Jordan walked away from the game. None of that existed at this scale for any WNBA player before Caitlin Clark showed up. And A'ja Wilson, sitting there with real championship banners and real MVP trophies stacked up behind her, is watching almost all of it happen for someone with far less hardware sitting in the case.
So if you didn't know Caitlin Clark, when she was younger in like second grade, she wrote like goals that she wanted to do, and one of them was being in the WNBA. She also wrote that she wanted to have a basketball scholarship, among other goals that she had for her life. So when the details of this started to come out, they put all of that into consideration. Because on her Wilson basketball is going to be her goals written out on the basketball. See that? I don't know if you can see that right there. Including be in the WNBA, including get a basketball scholarship. But the cool thing is in her actual handwriting. So little second grade Caitlin is going to be on all of these basketballs, which is just a cool, like, full circle moment for me. Like, because we've seen her play for years. And it just shows, like, it's called the Limitless series. Like, it just shows that your goals are limitless. Like, you can literally do anything you want to do, including this. Like, it's amazing.
That's not really a basketball argument. And to Wilson's credit, she's never pretended the two resumes are directly comparable on pure championship terms. It's a commercial pull argument, and companies chase that specific kind of pull because it moves actual product off shelves, sells out limited capsule drops in under half an hour, and gets rival teammates excited enough to unbox a pair of shoes on camera without anyone asking them to do it as a favor. Wilson built her career the traditional way, through box scores, banners, and back-to-back finals MVPs. And for a long time, that path was the only one that mattered for landing the biggest sponsorship money in this league. Clark's run has proven there's a second path now, one built more on reach and crossover attention than championship count. And right now, the numbers coming out of Nike, Gatorade, Wilson Sporting Goods, and State Farm all say that second path might genuinely be worth more in dollar terms. Whether that sits right with Wilson or not, the sneaker release calendar doesn't wait around for anyone's feelings to catch up. That quotes the gap Wilson's staring down heading into the back half of this season, and no number of championship banners closes that particular gap by itself. Basketball and business have never run on the same clock, and right now that clock is ticking loudly in one direction only.